Sean's View Entertainment Books Monday Night Raw comes to the No DQ YouTube channel, the No DQ website. I thank No DQ very much. This is a privilege. I am very satisfied, and I hope the viewers and subscribers of No DQ are going to appreciate and like these kind of episodes where I come up with my own thought process, my own thinking, my own strategy of what I would do if I were a part of the WWE creative team. Now, I know some people will be for me, against me, indifferent, on the fence, but as long as you're watching and as long as you're throwing your options and your opinions out there, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Once again, a big thanks to Aaron Riff's No DQ. None of this would be possible if I couldn't be here, with this platform in this kind of way. So let's kick off. This is how I would book Monday Night Raw. Now, we know the Royal Rumble is coming up. We want to make the last episode of Raw, impactful. We want to give you a reason to watch the Royal Rumble because the last Raw was mediocre. It was kind of dulled down. It wasn't that great. It wasn't that significant as concerns the importance of the Royal Rumble. So this episode of Raw, if I were in charge, is going to be very Royal Rumble-esque heavy. There's going to be a lot of developments. There's going to be a lot of things that happen on the show that has to do with the numbers game, with the Royal Rumble. And no, I'm not talking about the Powerball lottery, that numbers game. I am talking about the astronomical numbers that Roman Reigns has of walking out of Royal Rumble as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So let's start off SeanzViewEnt Books Raw because it's going to be a pretty long episode. Remember to like this video and subscribe for more segments and videos of this nature. So here we go. The Wyatt family kicks off Monday Night Raw. They talk about their domination and they talk about how they will showcase their strength in numbers in the Royal Rumble match. The Wyatt family then swiftly challenges Brock Lesnar, the people who think that Brock Lesnar is a threat, acting as if Brock Lesnar is going to do anything to the Wyatt family. So Brock Lesnar wastes no time and answers the challenge of the Wyatt family. Brock Lesnar comes down to the ramp. Heyman starts to kind of try to back off Lesnar. He's trying to talk some sense into Lesnar, saying, no, don't do this. Not tonight. This isn't the time for it. So you got to kind of envision this in your head. This is things from my perspective. So Heyman's trying to back up Brock Lesnar. He's saying, no, don't do it. Not tonight, Lesnar. You're a prize fighter. Don't do this tonight. So Lesnar's circling the ring. He's eyeing the Wyatt family. They're looking on and they're like, oh boy, what's going to happen here? So the anticipation. Lesnar circles the ring for about 2 minutes. About 2 minutes, very slowly circles the ring while Paul Heyman's going absolutely crazy. He's going nuts because he doesn't want to see his client Brock Lesnar get hurt. He doesn't want to see Brock Lesnar get injured. As Brock Lesnar's about to do his little hop up onto the apron, Roman Reigns comes out and spears Lesnar. Roman Reigns spears Brock Lesnar down to the apron. Well, not down to the apron, but down to the floor. Right into the concrete floor, right onto the mat, which is only there for aesthetic purposes. So Roman Reigns gets revenge on Brock Lesnar from last week. Now, see how I followed up on that? See how I followed up with Roman Reigns, who got F5'd last week? Remember, I'm trying to work within the plans, within the system. I'm not trying to make things over the top, but I'm trying to make it so I'm adhering to the WWE's rules, but I'm trying to make it a little bit more captivating. So Roman Reigns gets revenge on Brock Lesnar with a spear. So ultimately, we don't see that showdown between Lesnar and the Wyatt family because Roman Reigns spears Brock Lesnar and gets his revenge. So, ladies and gentlemen, what happens here is Roman Reigns then rolls Lesnar. Well, we think we're not going to get that, right? We think we're not going to get the showdown between Lesnar and the Wyatts. Excuse me, I got a little ahead of myself. So Roman Reigns spears Lesnar, and then Reigns rolls Lesnar into the ring. Now the Wyatt family are eyeing Brock Lesnar and thinking, oh my God, Brock Lesnar is going to get destroyed. Paul Heyman outside of the ring is going absolutely crazy. He is beside himself. But then, ladies and gentlemen, as the Wyatt family is about to take apart Brock Lesnar after he just got a spear by Roman Reigns, out comes the League of Nations. In from there, out comes the Usos. Out from there comes the Social Outcasts. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we have the New Day who comes down, and we have a major multi-man preview of the Royal Rumble. So see, Roman Reigns' spear had a major raucous effect on all the mayhem that happened in the ring. That's going to have huge implications on the Royal Rumble. So like I said, you have the Social Outcasts, you have the Wyatt family, you have the New Day, you have the Usos. You have all these guys in the ring fighting among themselves, throwing guys out left and right, ladies and gentlemen. But as this is going on, this whole melee, this huge thing in the ring, the lights go out. The lights go out. What's going to happen? What's happening? It's getting dark. It's getting cold. What's going on? The Undertaker and Kane are standing in the middle of the ring. The Undertaker and Kane seemingly wipe out the entire ring, and The Undertaker and Kane stand tall to end the first segment on Raw, which lasted about 20 minutes. I'd say about 20 minutes. So The Undertaker and Kane make it evident that they also want to be in the Royal Rumble match. Now remember, you also have to counter in commercial breaks and the WWE promoting in the Royal Rumble and the WWE Network and you know all those nice things. So around 8:25 now, Brock Lesnar is backstage and he's on the hunt for Roman Reigns. See how I'm following up on things here? It's a very simple formula. It really is. I don't know why the creative team can't come up with this kind of stuff. It's a simple formula, but yet, you know, you're emphasizing what's happening and you're following up. There's consistency. There's continuity here. Brock Lesnar is on the hunt for Roman Reigns backstage. Kevin Owens attacks Lesnar from behind with a steel chair. That's right, Kevin Owens. Now remember, this is revenge from last week when Lesnar nailed Owens with the suplex. Remember that? Suplex City. But then Ambrose, and this is all happening backstage, Dean Ambrose then attacks Kevin Owens. Yes, Kevin Owens gets attacked with a kendo stick. Now remember, retribution for Kevin Owens, for Dean Ambrose on Kevin Owens. Remember that now. So there's a measure of revenge for Dean Ambrose. Referees and officials break this up backstage. This lasted until about 8:31. 8:35, Sheamus versus Dean Ambrose, who was just in a backstage altercation. This is a no disqualification match. Hard-fought, brutal match, as we would expect from Ambrose and Sheamus. That saw Owens pop-up powerbomb Dean Ambrose, so he would, you know, obviously interfere in this match. And as Owens was going up the ramp, you know, being happy of what he's done, he took out Dean Ambrose again, happy of what he's accomplished. Brock Lesnar attacks Owens on the stage, hits Owens with an F5 on the ramp on the Raw stage where the Titantron is. Owens is out. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Roman Reigns spears Sheamus and then puts Ambrose over Sheamus for the 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns 1 versus all is coming into effect tonight as he has now taken out Brock Lesnar and he just took out Sheamus. So Roman Reigns, see how the developments here, see how I'm, you know, unraveling the story here. All right, then up next, ladies and gentlemen, we end that segment at 9 p.m. Then from 9:05 to around 9:08, Mr. McMahon is backstage and he is irate at Roman Reigns. And he sends security guards after Roman Reigns to make sure that he is a non-factor in any matches or segments for the night. Then around 9:10, we have Ryback and The Big Show versus the Wyatt family's Luke Harper and Braun Strowman. Now, as this match is going on, and the match does go on for a few minutes, Lesnar comes through the crowd and blasts Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan with a tire iron to end the segment at 9:30. So when the Wyatt family, now let's go back to the beginning of Raw. Remember the Wyatt family were going to take out Lesnar. Remember they challenged Lesnar, but that never really manifested itself. It never really came together because a melee happened with the Usos and the New Day and the Social Outcasts. So now Brock Lesnar strikes first blood on the Wyatt family before the Wyatt family can get a hold of Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, you know, do unto others before they do unto you. 9:35. Okay, remember, you got to counter in commercial breaks and everything. 9:35, the Social Outcasts are on the stage. They're standing on the stage as Jey Uso goes against Big E with, his partner at ringside, and of course, the New Day at ringside during this contest. Around 9:45 p.m., Jey celebrates and gets the win. But then, ladies and gentlemen, a 3-on-2. A 3-on-2 ensues. After the Usos are celebrating the victory, the New Day attacks. The Usos. Then Chris Jericho comes out and makes the save. This leads to and I know I'm kind of acting like Teddy Long in this segment. You got to allow me to be a little lackluster here. It's Chris Jericho and the Usos versus the New Day. After a decent match, Jericho and the Usos get the victory over the New Day. Now, from around 9:50 to around 10:15, all right, so that whole thing happens, those issues in the matches and the match being restarted, so you got to counter all that in. So now we go to 10:20. Kalisto, fresh off his United States Championship win, has an in-ring celebration. And we think that the celebration is not going to be, it's not going to be intervened. There's no one that's going to come in and attack. Well, the new challenger, The Miz, who is a former U.S. champion in his own right. The Miz comes in. The Miz attacks Kalisto, nails Kalisto with the skull-crushing finale, signaling that he wants gold around his waist again, and that 2016 will be the revamp of The Miz. So, a short celebration for Kalisto. And then, ladies and gentlemen, 10:35 p.m. for next week's Raw, the Raw before Royal Rumble, Stephanie McMahon announces a historic first-time match for Raw's main event. It will feature Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar on the same team at the same time. They will team up just days before the Royal Rumble with the WWE World Heavyweight title at stake. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar versus the entire Raw roster. You want to talk about a test. You want to talk about stacking the odds. You want to talk about shoving it in the face. So that's the setup for the main event. Then from 10:40 to 10:45, we have Charlotte and Becky Lynch in a backstage segment. Some words are exchanged, and then there's a stare down. But as this stare down's happening, Ric Flair has this cup of coffee or water, whatever the hell's in his cup. He throws it in Becky Lynch's face. Of course, this throws Becky Lynch off. Charlotte nails Becky Lynch with the Divas title in the head, locking in the figure 8 or the figure 4, whichever you want to call it. And then Ric Flair shouting at Becky Lynch backstage. So that sets up Becky Lynch, Charlotte at the Royal Rumble, or so we would assume. And then we go into the main event. Now, this video is only going to be like 13, 14 minutes long, but obviously these plans would take a lot longer than this. I'm just going, off of what I know, based off of what I know of how I would run the show. And right now it's going pretty good because now we got 10:50 now. Roman Reigns shows up and he's awaiting his partner, Brock Lesnar. Well, Brock Lesnar's music hits. There's no Brock Lesnar. Where the hell is Brock Lesnar? All of a sudden, the lights go out. The Wyatt family appears. So now Roman Reigns' attention is off of the stage, and now he's looking at the Wyatt family outside the ring near the announcer's table, near the announcer's desk with Michael Cole, JBL, and Byron Saxton. So Roman Reigns has his eyes on the Wyatt family. Then out of nowhere, Triple H returns. Triple H makes his monumental return, taking out Roman Reigns with a sledgehammer. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. 1 to the ribs, and then 2 to the head, and then he ends it with a pedigree. Roman Reigns down on the mat, looking up at the lights as Triple H stands over Roman Reigns with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship as Raw goes off the air. So the Wyatt family provided the distraction. The Wyatt family was very influential in making sure that Triple H got the best of Roman Reigns. So you got to wonder, is there some kind of workings? Is there some kind of thing working up between the Wyatt family and Triple H? Does Triple H have the Wyatt family in his back pocket? So once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I would book the last and final Raw before the Royal Rumble. Once again, you may like it, you may be for it, you may be against it, it may be overbooking, maybe the judgment, whatever it may be. I thank you for listening. I thank you for hearing me. And if you want this to be a continuing segment on No DQ, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and offer your comments, offer your critiques, offer your commentaries of my thoughts and my opinions and how I would book Monday Night Raw. Once again, I thank No DQ for this honor, the privilege. The opportunity to be a part of this website is absolutely historic for me. I could not be any happier or prouder. Thank you for watching Sean's View Entertainment on YouTube.com and on No DQ each and every week. And if you want any questions, the No DQ audience out there, if you have any questions for Sean's View Entertainment, feel free to ask me at any time. I'm open to anything because, ladies and gentlemen, here on Sean's View, it is the only view that matters. Don't take it to heart. It's just a figure of speech. Subscribe.